Hey Capricorn, it's Kendrick from Providence Tarot. I'm going to be giving you your June proofread number 1. Let's get into it. How have you been? I'm going to shuffle your cards here. I'm using the Tarot of the Divine Masculine. Hi. Hello, baby. Okay, of course. Oh, what card is that? It's 2, I believe. Okay. Or maybe it's one that feels like 2. Okay, so you got the Ace of Cups and you got the Chariot. Okay. So this is a feeling that you are sure about. You know, the Ace of Cups talks about emotional receptivity, and it also talks about your emotional intelligence and whether or not you can trust your own emotions, right? Trust your intuition. The Ace of Cups is also talking about self-love, right? And compassion that you show yourself, taking it easy on yourself, not putting too much pressure on yourself to perform, to look, to be a certain way. You know what I mean? This is being aware of how, you know, sometimes you could be misinterpreting your feelings as something that is negative, but it's asking you to embrace some of these feelings as reassuring you of something about yourself and not necessarily showing you how you might be, you know, lacking or not meeting the standards of other people and how it could be affecting you, whatever that is. You know what I mean? It's like, focus on what makes you happy with the Ace of Cups and don't make it about anyone else but you. The Chariot card is talking about how free that will make you feel, right? So this is the Ace of Cups focusing on your own happiness, the love that you give to yourself, and the love that you receive from other people that you allow yourself to be exposed to, right? So it's kind of like you're limiting your exposure to people, you're limiting your emotional connections, right? And you're focusing on what really matters, what makes you happy, and what is going to be good for your head, right? What's going to be, you know, just what benefits you, you know, what's good for you, focusing on what's good for you. And when you do that, then you start, you know, having a better experience. You're navigating better. You can control things a little bit more when you're not overextending yourself, or you're not putting yourself out there for 10 people or doing so many things all at the same time. This is reeling in the energy, pulling everything in and focusing, you know, this energy in a direction that is going to bring about change, okay? And that is going to bring about balance. So keep it moving. Don't get stuck. Don't get stagnant. Don't let relationships hold you back, you know? And don't try to cater to relationships that don't cater to you, you know? That's what those are telling me. So I'm gonna cut these cards and lay them out. The center card, Knight of Wands, right? It's kind of like getting out of a situation before it gets worse, or maybe something prompted you to leave or to get out of something. You know, the Knight of Wands is excitement. You know, there's a lot of excitement going on. You could be definitely leaving the situation because it's Sagittarius and it's for the best, right? You could be saying that to yourself. You could be just saying, like, it's for the best, you know. This is 1/3 Scorpio, so this is kind of like intimate relationships with someone. So you may have gotten like I don't know, you got to the depths with someone in terms of like the connection. The connection may have been so intense that you just have to pull away from such an intense connection with someone. The Knight of Wands is also talking about, not being able to keep someone down, keep them held back, or, somebody wants their independence or their freedom, in some kind of way, trying to break free from a situation that could have gotten worse, getting out before it gets worse. I feel like that's it. And it's also kind of like not continuing just because it would be problematic. You might have an intense attraction to someone, or there might be some kind of it could be that. And also the Knight of Wands wants you to break free of the limitations that your emotions place upon you, and your inability to change a situation, your inability to save other people, right? Or to save something, letting go of something that can't be saved, right? It could be an experience, it could be a person, place, or thing. It could be a way of living. It could be also a way of thinking, Yeah. And not seeing something the same way. There could be some damage that has been done that can't be repaired, right? Because the Knight of Wands is coming from Scorpio. So these are like things that can't be changed, can't be reversed, right? And the Knight of Wands is just moving forward because you can't go back to something. You can't reverse it. You can't change the experience and, have it equate to something different. It is what it is. And you just have to keep it moving with the Knight of Wands. It's Jupiter too, so you actually might be luckier than you think, The Keeper of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles, yeah. So it's like, Keeper of Pentacles is behind the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is like, I got out of a situation. The Keeper of Pentacles is saying that you put a lot of energy and time and effort into something, and now to just kind of like walk away from it is a little bit disappointing. And it also kind of like, you're kind of like a G, you know what I mean? So you're not really going to make a big deal out of something. You are going to keep moving. You are going to press on because you're a Capricorn, and that's what Capricorns do. They don't let their emotions get in the way of their progress, and they don't let, what am I saying? Unexpected twists or turns stop them from progressing. It's like I might have to like adjust my footing or something like that, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep pushing for something, and it takes time to kind of like get to a point, and there are a lot of things that will happen between point A, point B, and point C. I just know that I'm going to hit the marks that I was meant to hit, especially with Sag being there. Okay. So this is saying whatever it was that you walked away from, or whatever it is that you left behind, that wasn't going to be worth salvaging anyway, it was great. Now you can kind of like reorganize, conceptualize, or just boot your energy, clear out your headspace, so that you can come up with some fresher ideas. The Four of Swords wants you to, you don't have to be out there all the time. You don't have to put yourself out there so much, in terms of like, overextending yourself, right? It is saying make time and bring attention to resting too, so it's we need to provide ourselves with the rest that we need, that we know we need. And when you start not being able to perform at your highest level, then you probably need a break, or you need to kind of like reboot, rest and recover. The Four of Swords is Jupiter in Libra. That's Jupiter being, is it 11 houses from where it originates in Sag? The 7th house will be Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra. Yeah, so it's the 11th house. So this is taking a break from certain friends, or friends and family, you know, just because it's a 4, so it's family. And then the swords and then Jupiter being in the 11th house from where it originates in Sag, is talking about friendships and things like that, or other people's ideas, or other people's you know, it's like no longer fighting other people's battles, or no longer trying to make other people comfortable. It's about you being comfortable now, right? For sure. And getting away from everything that distracts you from your comfort, you know? Anything that is distracting is discomforting. The 9 of Swords is here on the other side, and it is what I'm going to get to lastly. I don't know, maybe I should get to it now. The 9 of Swords is there, and it's saying, like, don't drive yourself crazy trying to come up with outcome A, outcome B, outcome C. If this happens, then this will happen, because then you're just going to drive yourself crazy over analyzing what the possible outcome could be, and the outcome is really given to the future. The future owns that, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, the future will be damned if you're going to tell it what's going to happen, when you're merely just a human waiting for the future to happen. Anyway, what am I saying? The Magician is here, and it's talking about you beginning to manifest something that you've been thinking about for a long time here, you know? And you've gathered all of your elements together, whether it's knowledge, it's also, you know, a deeper understanding for what it is that you are doing. It's like you got the passion for it, you know, all of the ingredients are coming together for you to begin something, for you to start a new project. The 2 of Cups is here saying, like, you know, you're emotionally invested in something, you know. Doesn't matter how long something takes, you're definitely emotionally invested in it. And it's your emotions and the connection that you have to, you know, it is what keeps it afloat, right? What gives it something to stand on. It gives it legs to stand on. So it's the love that you have for something, or towards someone, or towards a relationship, that gives it the legs to stand on, right? You're also embracing the healthy relationships. You're appreciating the healthy relationships that you have, whether they're intimate relationships, whether they're associate relationships, whether it's, oh my God, maybe you need to drink more water. I'm running out of time, you guys. But yeah, I don't know, your message was very mixed. I'm gonna leave it there because I don't have enough time and I'm choking. Capricorn, stop worrying so much. You know, trust your emotions, right? Trust your intuition, you know. Yeah. Plant those seeds of change and believe in your craft. Like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. I'm NYC Kendrick on IG. I am also Providence Tarot on YouTube and on IG. Thank you.